Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm illustrator John McCoy and you're watching John McCoy Art. This is daily sketch 134 out of 365 for the year 2020. These are my daily sketches, and this one is obviously going to be a portrait of Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, but more specifically Mr. Rogers. And this one is kind of in honor of this person I look up to. Mr. Rogers has really inspired me, and I think what I like most about Mr. Rogers is the way he loves everyone and is always loving, and is never has he's like the opposite of skeptical and judgmental. He's always open and loving and accepting and open to the individual character of everybody, and I think that's really inspiring. And so I'm doing this portrait of him in honor of him and his contributions to the world. He's an amazing man, and this is just my little way of saying thanks for all he's done. And I'm sure he's impacted you and others, and so many lives have been impacted positively by Mr. Rogers. This one is done in Procreate. It's obviously a digital painting, and I'm using the app Procreate, and I'm using a Apple iPad Pro 12.9 inch and the Apple Pencil. It's kind of a long process a little bit, but it's an enjoyable process. This one took 4 hours in real time, and I just think if I'm going to go and do a portrait and I want to capture a likeness well, it's going to take me at least 2.5 hours just to be able to perfect the line drawing in the beginning, and then all of the layers of rendering and shading and the values and colors, and bringing those to an accuracy. A lot of times I have the colors worked out pretty early on after the line drawing, but then it becomes a subtle moving of the proportions here and there, adjusting things very subtly. I'm getting better and better about taking care of that in the line drawing aspect and the sketch in the beginning, and that's ideal, is to get the proportions perfect. But there are a lot of proportions in the face that are subtle, and they're determined by it's uncertain what is the best strategy as far as using line to describe which edge of say in the eyelids when you have a light and a dark, and what that line represents. Generally, when you do a line drawing, it just represents the edge of where the eyelid meets the eyeball, the cornea. But that can, as far as values, depending on where the light source is coming from, that can change. And as well as like hairline could distinguish where the hair begins to fade into the full body of the hair, or it could be where the hair is most apparent visually as a threshold of dark to light. And so that's one of those things that line drawings can vary on, and it's all about you, the artist, expressing, you remembering and keeping a code for yourself of what those lines represent. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you do, I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel. As always, God bless you guys, and thank you for watching.